recording now?
Yes.
Okay, for this second variation of the Surya Namaskar, sun salutation, we're going to be using a chair as a prop, though we're standing up for this one. So we're going to come into mountain pose with our feet grounded into the ground, about shoulder width apart, hands resting at our sides, palms facing forward. And we'll just take a couple of deep centering breaths here. In and out. And again, we're going to go nice and slow here the first time so you can learn how we're going to perform each pose. And we're really going to focus on marrying the breath with the movement so you can follow my cues for inhales and exhales. So we'll come here into mountain pose and we're going to inhale, and on the exhale we'll bring our hands up into prayer pose. Oh wait, actually I already did it wrong.
There's no such thing as doing it wrong.
In this slow-moving version of the classic sun salute, let the breathing cues lead you through the transitions. Continue to
Alright, so we're going to start in mountain pose here, and on the inhale we're going to bring our hands up over our heads, lengthening through the spine, and we're going to sit here in this pose just for a couple breaths, really lengthening, feeling our chest open and our shoulders broaden, really reaching for the sun here. And on the exhale, we will fold down into forward fold. And place our hands on our chair. And you can move your head down if you can get far enough down to rest on the seat of the chair. Otherwise, we're bending from the hip here. You should feel a good stretch in your hamstrings. And if you're feeling tightness in your lower back, you can definitely bend your knees a little bit to protect your back. From here, we're going to inhale into a half lift. Really engaging the core here. Our back should be flat. And we're going to exhale back into forward fold, bending our knees if we need to. And from here, square up your feet. You're going to step your left foot back into a lunge. And we're going to just tilt our heads up towards the sun, opening the chest, and feeling a deep stretch in our calf muscle there in this lunge. Now from here, we were going to exhale our other foot back into downward dog. And if you need to scoot your feet a little closer, feel free to do that. We really want to get a good stretch in our back here and also feel a nice stretch in our hamstrings. We should be shifting most of our weight into our heels and off of our hands. And Now we are gonna inhale into our upward dog. You're gonna want your shoulders to be in line with your wrists and looking upwards. And exhale back to downward dog. Breathing deeply into downward dog. And now we will inhale our our right foot back up. Yes. Into a lunge. And just feeling that stretch in our calves here again. And inhaling our other foot back up to the top of our mat. We're now in forward fold. Inhaling to a half lift. Flattening our backs. And then lowering back down into forward fold. From here, we will inhale back to prayer pose. All right, so that was one run through on one side. So now we're going to go to the right side. We're still going to take it slow here, going through all the poses step by step. So we will start in mountain pose. Inhaling our hands up, lengthening through the spine, taking a couple deep cleansing breaths here, rolling our shoulders back and down, and really feeling a length and a space in between our vertebrae. Now we're going to exhale down into forward fold, hands on the top of your chair. You can rest your head on the seat of the chair. Inhaling into half lift. Exhaling back down to forward fold. We're going to inhale here and step our right leg back into a lunge. Feeling that nice stretch in our calves. Our foot should be firmly on the ground to really get the benefit of that stretch. Opening our chest. And we're going to inhale our other foot back into downward dog. Shifting our weight into our feet, away from our hands. Going to inhale into upward dog. And exhale back into downward dog. Couple deep breaths here. Inhaling our right foot back up into a lunge. And then bringing both feet up into forward fold. And half lift, inhale. And exhale back to forward fold. And inhaling back to prayer pose. And now we'll just rest here a moment in mountain pose. Just take a couple deep breaths. Alright, so now we're gonna go through it again, try to develop a little bit of a flow now that we're starting to understand the positions. We'll move a little bit more quickly here so we can really get that feeling and start heating up a little bit. Alright, so we're starting in mountain. Inhaling up, stretching, and exhaling into forward fold. Half lift. Exhale back to forward fold. Left leg, inhaling back. Couple breaths here as we get this nice deep stretch in our calf. And then exhaling our second foot back into downward dog. Inhale into upward dog. Exhaling back to downward dog. And we're going to inhale our leg back up. And then we're going to inhale our other leg back up into forward fold. Inhale into half lift and exhale back down. And inhaling back up into bird pose. Alright, now we're going to do the other side, back to mountain. Inhaling up, lengthening through the spine, and exhaling down into forward fold. Inhaling to half lift, exhale to forward fold. Stepping our right leg back into a lunge. Now take a deep breath in and exhale to downward dog. Find a good deep stretch here in the hamstrings. And inhale to upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. And we're going to inhale our foot back into lunge. And inhale the other foot up into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale back up to the beginning.
You sign out.
No, there's more. I'm doing a third one, remember?
Yeah.